asset protection attorney Ann-Margaret Carrozza joins us at the table to talk about this, and as well as whether regular people, regular mortals,
Yes.
need a prenup.
Absolutely.
Okay, so obviously, I mean, I don't know if it'll ever be made public, but Taylor Swift needs a prenup. She's worth $1.6 billion. And so how do they, let's just start there at that level. How do they split up what they're worth?
Well, I think they both need a prenup. Whenever you have a couple and there is a wealth disparity, the recommendation is that you have a prenup. But in this case, the poorer partner is
Poor Travis. Pauper,
yes.
Travis Kelce, 70 million he's worth.
He's within shooting distance of 100 million. Mm-hmm. They need a prenup, not because they're financially dependent upon each other, but they need a prenup to protect other people.
Meaning what?
They each have multiple business interests. And when we have employees, we have partners, we have investors, we need to protect them if we are in the 43% of Americans who will divorce. And there could be a damaging forensic valuation of these businesses that could hurt other people, right? So when we have other people relying on us, we need to do a prenup to protect them.
Sort of keep that in silos in terms of his and hers.
Absolutely.
Terms of business interest.
And in terms of endorsements, I think that a business who is hiring Travis Kelce wants to know that there's a non-disparagement clause within that prenup so that there's not a song in the future.
There'll be a song. If something ever happens, there'll be a song.
Well, a prenup can deal with that and say that they cannot. There would be a huge financial penalty if they talk trash about each other.
If you're a mere mortal and you don't have these multi-million-dollar bank accounts, first of all, to me, it seems blatantly unromantic to say, I love you, marry me, but first we got to figure out the finances. But it's important for some people. Who's the average person who might need to think about a prenup?
It's important for a lot of people. If one partner has a lot of debt, we want to protect the other person from being on the hook for that debt, because the marital state brings with it 1,000 rights and responsibilities. If we are entering into a golden marriage, and I'm concerned that my new spouse may have costly medical bills, nursing home bills in the future, a prenup can insulate each other from that.
What about a couple without debt? I mean, what about just a regular couple, both successful? Do you need a prenup if you're sort of coming in on equal footing?
If you're coming in on equal footing, you can probably get away without one unless you have family members who are financially relying upon you. If I see that my partner is paying for his daughter's third divorce and fourth remarriage, I may want to put the brakes on what he can spend from what is going to be a household budget. So I think we need to look at the spending and the debt of our prospective partner, and it warrants a conversation.
Open up the books, honey.
But you're so right, Jim. It is not romantic.
No,
it is the opposite of it. How do you broach that conversation?
You broach it by saying, these are my financial goals. I'm a little bit of a nerd. I take great pride in my credit score. I used to be a financial train wreck. Put your story out there and ask, what are your financial goals? And we can view the prenup as like a mission statement in terms of finances.
I guess it's really important to have these honest conversations ahead of tying the knot, not finding out in the marriage, oh, my spouse is bringing all this debt. I had no idea. What if that happens? Then what do you do? And you don't have a prenup.
If you don't have a prenup and the spouse has a lot of debt, you are on the hook for it. And the moment we do get married, we want to make sure that our estate planning is up to date. Remember Chadwick Boseman at his untimely death in 2020. He was newly married He didn't have a will. So his new spouse got everything and his parents were disinherited. So we need to think about the people who are financially reliant upon us, and all of these legal documents can protect our loved ones.
Very quickly, what is it? Does it vary state to state? What do people need to know?
Every state recognizes the laws of every other state, with the exception of Louisiana, who follows the Napoleonic Code, an interesting historical fact, if we're ever on Jeopardy. But I think a lot of it is DIY. Healthcare proxies, for example, I have free forms on my website. Everyone should do that. And I think if you take a little action, you feel a little more powerful.
What's your website?
It's mylawyerann.com.
ANN.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you, Jim.
Yeah. All right. Great information.
you.
Something to think about, something to chew on, Allison.
Oh my gosh.
Here at the Sunrise Diner.
You're incorrigible.
I know I
And
am.
thank you very much.
Appreciate it. All right. Obviously, if you win the Powerball, you're going to need some financial advice fast, and think about maybe that prenup. Wait until you hear what our expert says you need to do first.
Well, I look forward to that since
Me
we
too.
will be winning.